Before you comment on that story, I'd like you to know that the poor conditions under which pupils of Teong Primary School study is not an isolated case in the Upper East region. Now, in another school in Garu district, the Zaarzuah Primary School also lacks proper infrastructure, compelling pupils of the school to sit under trees and on mats to study.
The Zaarzuah Primary School is located a few kilometers from the Garu town. Here, I engaged the pupil teacher who was teaching ICT when I got to the school.
Currently, we have just written this in the ICT exams. So we have just finished writing the exams right now that we escape.
But how are they able to understand ICT when this is the condition that they have to learn?
Okay, we are just teaching them raw. We have nothing to show to them apart from the textbooks that we are using. And even we have only one textbook that I'm using to teach them. So we don't have anything apart from the textbook. Listen, I taught them some parts of ICT, like the mouse, monitor, and keyboard.
And how are they understanding it? Without showing them any visual thing so they can understand that this is a
sketch on the board for them to see it, but physically they have not seen it. So they only saw certain things like this. We get sketch on the board and they will see.
Today I understand you wrote a report on ICT. What is ICT? Or what did you learn? What did you learn about ICT? Well, it becomes difficult for him to even speak. It shows the lack of confidence some of these children have due to the challenges that they face in really acquiring knowledge here in the school. Let me speak to, what is your name?
My name is Salifu Idrisu.
Okay, Salifu Idrisu, how old are you? Oh, Salifu, you don't know your age? So what did you learn today? You can't tell me what you learned today, but I can see your book here. Okay, so this is something that did you draw this? Did you draw this?
No.
Who did it? Who did this for you? But this looks like a computer, a keyboard, and something. But what is this? Do you know what this is? You don't know what this is. How about this one? What?
Keyboard.
Keyboard. Clap for yourself. Nice one. Okay, anyway, you have done well. At least you've been able to identify a keyboard. But then certainly this is not the best way to teach the children information, communication and technology if they would have to be going through this process. And the teacher has indeed admitted that it's quite difficult teaching them having to draw stuff on the board, and the fact that they haven't seen any computer before. It is quite problematic if children would have to go through this form of education. Shortly after, the clouds gathered. It's just threatening to rain, and you can see there is chaos all over the compound. Children are just running away because it's about to rain, and this is what they go through each time when it's about to rain. Class has to come to a halt, and you can understand how their lives are being negatively affected due to the conditions under which they study. This is a very tough way of acquiring basic education. Children must not be allowed to go through this.
Government cannot do everything alone. If we pretend here the government can do everything alone, then we are lying to ourselves. We have had a government that was there for 8 years. If governments could do everything alone, then of course we should have been thinking of a different thing to do for this school and not infrastructure. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to the Ghanaian people, to appeal to NGOs that are supporting children, especially school-going children, in terms of infrastructure, water provision, furniture, and the rest. In this regard, we're looking at infrastructure for the kids who sit under the sun. It is so appalling that at this particular moment in our country's history, we still have children sit under trees to learn.
Despite the middle income status Ghana boasts of, It appears time is standing still for people living in rural communities in the Upper East region, as they are yet to see development in the educational system. Nabil Ahmed Rufai, GH1 News.
Very heartbreaking. It won't be the first time we're seeing it. But every time you see children study under such conditions, it gets to you.